everybody. Happy Passover to you. Well, let me tell you something. I actually grew up in a Jewish household where my mom and dad were both Jewish. And I remember on Passover, Dad used to lead the Seder and everything, and I always used to sit next to him and everything. And it was such a wonderful holiday. We used to have relatives come over. So anyway, what we're going to do today is I want to make matzo meal muffins. And you could use any kind of flavor matzo meal. I prefer the whole wheat matzo meal. It tastes a lot better. It's a lot sweeter. It's not as plain as the regular. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook in 1 cup of water and 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, which is a whole stick. We're going to cook it in the pot until it boils until the butter is completely melted. And we're going to wait a few minutes and the butter has to melt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in 1 egg at a time in the matzo meal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a bowl, okay? Okay, this is butter and water. The butter is unsalted. Now what I want to add in now is 1 cup of matzo meal. Like I said, I prefer the whole wheat. It tastes a lot better. It's sweeter. It just has a better flavor. Not going to look too appealing, believe me, but I used to eat this when I was a little girl. It was so good. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is add in a dash of kosher salt. It doesn't have to be kosher, but it really should be for Passover. Okay. The next thing I'm going to add in is 1 egg at a time. I'm going to mix it in together. I remember I used to have something called chocolate and matzah. Oh, so good. Every Passover we used to have it. We were not allowed to eat plain bread. It had to be unleavened bread, which is matzah. It's going to be very moist when this is done. It takes a lot of eggs. Yeah, I miss my parents. They did such a wonderful job on this Passover Seder. I always had the honor of sitting next to him. Here we go. 2 more eggs. And before my father did it, I had a slight vague memory of going to my Grandma Bessie's, and my great-grandma Bubba used to make everything homemade horseradish, which was called bitter herbs. I'm trying to remember what else she used to make. Everything was homemade. The gefilte fish was homemade. I would not know how to make gefilte fish, people. I wish I did. But I could only do so much. But she used to make it. And I still remember that homemade horseradish. It was so hot. Oh, but she was a lovely lady, Bubba. Bubba lived till 98 years old. She went to a dance, and the next morning she died. So she really lived a good life. What I'm going to do is, we're going to scoop it into the muffin tins and about halfway fill it up. There we go. It's going to be very moist inside. There we go. Now you can't eat any bread for 8 days. It has to all be unleavened. Passover was such a beautiful holiday. I remember that holiday. If I can make a filter fish, people, I would definitely make it for you guys, but unfortunately I have no idea how to make it. Okay. Yeah, but Bubba knew how to do that. Alright, we're going to put the oven for about 40 minutes. I want to put it on, let me see. I pull it up to like the 2nd, 3rd shelf up. Too low, it will burn. About 40 minutes. And here we have homemade matzo meal muffins made with matzo meal. And I remember Bubba also used to make homemade challah. This woman was absolutely incredible, my great-grandmother. I actually still remember Bubba. And she was married to a man named Zadie. And they're very, very kosher Jewish people, but very good people. And I couldn't believe it. She used to make homemade horseradish, homemade gefilte fish, you name it, she used to make it. All Jewish foods. Well, I just want to wish you all a very, very happy Passover. And I'm going to cut one so you can see what it looks like inside. They're very, very, as you can see, they're very moist. But, oh, they're so good. Oh. So happy Passover to all my relatives. Mom and Dad, I miss you very much. I know you're looking down at me in heaven from heaven right now. Grandma, I miss you. Barbara and Zadie, I'm still thinking of you even today. It's been many years since you've been gone, but I still remember you making homemade horseradish, gefilte fish, and challah. You even made homemade pickled herring. I remember that also. Have a very happy Passover from Deborah White's Home Country Kitchen. Have a very wonderful day. And please, please subscribe.